Hi everyone. Today I want to show you how we can pass React state and hooks down into a component in our React app. So we have here an example of a component that's got 6 different hooks and state that get passed down into it. So the idea here is that this is kind of messy. We don't want to have to pass this many hooks if especially if the component is always going to be needing the same hooks and state. We'd rather just pass in one thing containing everything, especially if we have children within this component that are also going to inherit that same state and hooks. So in this case, these are all just dummy components here, and we're pretending this is a form and this is a credit card input field. And so I just have some states set here, and I have them printed on the screen over here in the corner, so you can just see that what we're doing is actually going to be working. So this is our homepage component, and then we go to the card input component here, or we can hold command and click on this to go to that component, and then so we have card input child here, just another dummy component, and card input child is actually just displaying those values on the screen. But the idea here is that we're going to, again, we're going to put all this in one package and send it down all the way down through the children into the grandchild. So how are we going to do this? It's actually very simple. All we have to do is create a normal JavaScript object, and we're going to call it card state. Okay. And now let me go over here, and I'm going to borrow. Actually, no, I'm not going to. So we're just going to pass in here input 1 is equal to input 1, and then set input 1 value set input 1. So I mean. Also here, we don't have to actually, since this is the key that we're using is the same as the variable name on the page, we don't actually have to pass in the value for the key value pair. All we have to do is pass in the key name, and it will automatically set to this variable value from the other place in the code. And this is called object property value shorthand. In JavaScript, and it was implemented in ES6, so that's a nice shortcut that we're going to use. So now we have this, and we're going to go ahead and give all of our hooks and state down into that object. Okay, and then now, so we're going to just, all we have to do is pass in this card state object, and we're going to like that. We're going to pass in card state as a prop, and we're going to go into card input now and set it as a prop because it's not set yet, and then we pass the card state object as the prop. So now let's go to card input, and remember we set card state to be the prop, so we can set that there, and we can remove all of these other ones since we're not going to be using those anymore. But now we still need to grab the values out of card state because we don't have the actual variable names on the page yet. So we're going to use the object destructuring here, and we are going to put all of those variable names in there and pull them out of the card state object. So let's see if we can get those from, oh, here we go, yes. Let's just grab all of this. We'll paste it in. And there you go. You can see it rendered over there on our page here. The numbers came back. I'll show you when we don't have this, the numbers aren't working. When we destructure, they are. So that's pretty much the concept right there. That's how you do. All we have to do is pass in all the state and the hooks to an object, and then pass the object into the component, and the component just takes that. The new prop that you give it is just the name of the object that you're going to be passing to it, and then you destructure. down there, and then we can keep going and do this to the child as well. So here we can just do the same thing we did. Card state. In that case, we don't need to destructure here. We'll actually take that with us. Copy that, and we'll take it to card input child. You can see now again it's not rendering over here, and then now we're back here. Card input child. So we're just using the inputs actually here. So let's go ahead and just do that. We'll just do card. Yeah, we'll just destructure all of them. Card state, and we'll pretend that we might be using them in here. And we paste it in there. The destructuring assignment there. We can okay, fine. We can take these out since we're not using them down here. Let's just pretend that we're using those use states somewhere in here in card input. So yeah, we destructure what we need. They turn into variables, and then we just they render on the page just like that. So look at that. We went from that messy 6 different states and hooks passed to each component to just one nice object package that contain all the hooks and states. So that is a great way that I just discovered. I thought this was a big drawback of using React hooks instead of not that big of a drawback, I guess, because I haven't encountered this that much, but because the hooks, or in React, when you're using React components, you could just pass the whole state object down because state was already in an object, but then when hooks came along, it confused me it took me like a year to figure this out. And I was just thinking one night I was making one of these components that had like 10 different hooks and state passing to it, and I was thinking there must be a better way. And then I woke up in the morning and just this idea was the first thing that came to mind, that popped into my head in the morning. So that was really cool, and I hope this is going to be useful for you too. And that's it then. That's how you can package all of your React hooks, state, and hooks into an object, and you pass it down to the child and the grandchildren and however many you want, and then use destructuring at the end to pull out the values. All right, thanks for watching, and see you next time.